Hi, it's Alison from Blue Cat Sewing. Today I'm going to show you how to put together all of the pattern pieces that you get when you download the Flip and Clip peg bag from my shop. When you open up your instructions, you'll find that you've got a guide for how to put the medium pattern together and a guide for how to do the large. Today I'm going to do the large. So I've got my guide and I've got my pattern pieces. This large size is divided up into 9 different pages. And at the top of each page, there's a code. It starts off with A1 and then A2. So the top row is all A's, the next row is all B's and C's. And if you've got a different pattern, you might go into more letters. So using your guide, lay out your pattern pieces on a flat table, or if you haven't got room, do it on the floor. You'll see here that the C3 page hasn't got anything on, so I'm just ignoring that one. So I'm going to start off by joining all of the A's to all of the B's. So cutting off the bottom of A1 so that it will join onto B1, and then the same with A2 so that it will join onto B2. And then take A1 and line it up with the lines of B1 and join it together with some sellotape. Having a sellotape dispenser is really handy at this point. And then do the same with A2 and B2, and then A3 and B3. Then trim down the side of A1 and B1, ready to join onto A2 and B2. You'll see that you've got quite a lot more points here that you can match up. There's some little diamonds in between A1 and A2 that you can see. And there's, of course, all the marks that are on the pattern pieces. So just be careful to get everything lined up as best as you can. And then cut down the side between A2 and B2, ready to join on to A3 and B3. Can you see all the little joining marks, the diamonds that need to be joined up together? And then we just need to join the C pages together, C1 and C2. Now here I'm actually going to cut the top off of the C pages to join them onto the B pages, but I didn't really need to do that because the circle is just a circle and I can just cut round that. It didn't need to be joined onto any of the other pages at all. I'm using my tape dispenser here as a little weight to hold everything down. It's useful to be able to do that so that things don't move around. And that's it. All of the pages are joined together, so all of the pattern pieces are as they should be. They just need cutting out now. Make sure you watch to the end because there's 2 things that are quite important that we need to do at the end. You'll notice that the lines of the pattern pieces are actually a little bit thicker than the pattern pieces that indicate the edge of the paper. Once you've got them all cut out, there's just 2 more things that we need to do. First of all, the back of the pages are not really joined. They've got a little flap. So you need to stick that down with a little bit of sellotape in all these areas where it's flapping. And then there's one very important thing to do, and that's the notches. You'll see, especially on the circle, you'll notice that there are 4 little that you need to cut into. Because when you cut out your fabric, you'll need to know where these marks are. Now you'll see here that I've got a special tool called a notcher. I don't expect you to have one of these. So just a pair of scissors and a quick snip in and make a V so that you'll be able to mark it with a pen or pencil when you are marking your pattern onto your fabric. Well, there's the 4 that are on the circle. There's one very important one, which is this here on the front. There's one here that you don't really need to mark, so I'm not bothering with my scissors. It's just indicating how much of a seam allowance you need to take, and also on here on the back. But you must make sure that you mark where those 4 are on the base and the 1 is on the front piece. And that's it. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Happy sewing!